I'm waiting.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yep,
Oh,
one waiting. That might
oh,
be me.
someone's here. Is first still a thing? If it is first. Is first still a thing? I haven't heard first in a while. Why is this over here? Move that back over. What you doing over there? Let me pop the chat out here because I gotta stay on top of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you real fast, okay?
All right, let me know. Yeah, let me know what it is. We're here. Hello, hello, people. What is up? This was a little bit of technical difficulties on my end, but hopefully we are good to go now. Fingers crossed. Hopefully everything sounds okay. If it doesn't, obviously just let us know in the chat. We'll be more than happy to try to figure stuff out. I am not a technical wizard, so we're trying to figure it out as we go. Took a while to find the
We
link.
are we are good
Awesome.
to go.
We're good to go. Sweet, that's awesome. Yeah. So it took a while to find the link. I apologize for everything here, and it just took a minute because I was trying to figure out the overlay and technical issues. And I am definitely not a professional streamer at all. I am just here to teach finance with Ryan. Right, Ryan?
Yes, exactly. I was gonna post this on the Discord, but there is, I'm sure it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of black space on this one this time. You should normally don't have that much black space.
On the stream?
Yeah.
Really? Look at my end. I doesn't look at that on my end.
I'll take a screenshot just a second, okay?
Yeah, send it over to me. Because on my end, it doesn't seem like a lot of things. It doesn't seem like there's a lot. Thank you for joining in. Vishnu, where are you tuning in from, my friend, as we get going here in a little while here? Where are you tuning in from? As I take a look at
And
what this image looks like.
And Pi dorked it.
Oh, yes, him as well. Where are you tuning in from also, my friend, as we get ready to host some financial trivia here and give away some fun stuff, hopefully. I'm curious to see what it looks like. Because, again, on my end, it doesn't look like that.
This is now, it could be my monitor, but I don't think so.
New York City, awesome, dude. And how did you hear about this? Is it through After Hours? Is it through Discord? Is it through Apple Bottom Jeans? I don't. Yeah, it might just be the monitor, honestly.
It's not. I don't even have
That's weird.
the video very, very big.
Huh.
I'm in where are you guys joining in from? Who are you talking to, Vishnu?
So I am from. I'm actually also from the New York City area. I'm from Connecticut, so I'm like one state over from you. And Ryan can speak for himself as to where he's from.
Yes, I'm in Arizona.
Arizona, and we met through After Hours Discord with the Kingdom Discord, all that kind of stuff there, and we've been doing this now. Believe it or not, we're on week 22 of financial trivia. It's crazy,
Yes.
absolutely crazy, but a fun time as always that we've got going on here.
Yes,
For
and
people that we are looking at. Can I say something? I can say louder.
yeah, if you want to join, you go to Kahoot.it, type in that game pin. We'll probably give it a couple minutes. I don't know, maybe 10 more or something. Hopefully we get some people in here. So far we have a few, and so thanks to everyone, and we'll see if we get some more.
Yeah, and pardon me, just trying to adjust this as we go here. I'm just trying to make it fit somewhat better. Ish. I'm not a streaming expert here. Just someone here trying to do some some financial trivia, and like it's like every week we try to like do new things. I feel like so. Thoughts on the current market environment? Oh, dude, the current market is crazy, dude. Let me tell you, current market is wild. I could do this actually. Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, look at that. There we go. All right, that's a lot better.
You know what, Fridge? It might be my monitor the way I had it.
Good, it's not me, dude. Because I'm so tired of these technical problems, dude. Let me tell you. The market Vishnu is absolutely wild right now. We do have I actually tailored some questions about the market environment right now in this trivia challenge here tonight. So a little bit of a sneak preview there for you. We're gonna be able to do that idea What we'll be doing, what we do a lot of times with the
Mm-hmm.
financial trivia that we do here, is we are able to not only answer, ask trivia questions and have you guys answer them, but then myself and Ryan will give you guys some of our perspectives of things. So it's not just get it right and move on, but it's also a get it right or you get it wrong. You are able to then hear from us about what we've learned, what we've read about, and bring that kind of knowledge there for you. So we will be talking a little bit about the current market environment. I have a couple questions in there, or we have a couple questions in there, I should say, and it'll be a lot of fun. Anime Shorts Codex, thank you for subscribing. I just saw that. I appreciate that. That's amazing. You are an amazing individual. For the people who are tuning in to Financial Trivia, welcome on in. All you got to do if you want to take part in the trivia for a chance of giveaways is you go to the game pin over there. You got to go to Kahoot.it, or you join the app if you want to. It's free of charge. And then you put in the game pin, and then all you got to do is they give you a generated name, and then that's the name that you go with, and we keep track of the leaderboard. And whoever is up in the top will be giving away some prizes as we go throughout, which is a lot of fun. And again, there's 20 questions of trivia, 30 seconds for each question here. Apple Bottom, what is up, dude? It is great to see you here on a Saturday evening. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. We always appreciate you also for allowing us to potentially give away some quant data and Imperial Options accounts for a month. That's absolutely amazing. And we appreciate you,
That's
ABJ.
very nice.
So thank you so
Yes.
much for doing that. And if anybody ever wonders why I have a silhouette like this, it's because of my day job that I have here. So my day job, I kind of got to keep it on low profile. I'm an educator. I'm teaching high school students by day, and God forbid anybody finds out about what I do. Oh man, this would be a rough one. Ryan, not so much, I don't think.
Nope.
Not so much, right?
Doesn't matter if you see my face.
Yeah, so if you do want to get exclusive access to myself, the membership option that we have on the channel here, you are able to get exclusive access to what I look like. But if you just like to look at my beautiful silhouette, here it is. And you can look at Ryan. Ryan looks great. So you can look at Ryan the entire time. It's cool.
Yeah, my camera's not super pixelated right now.
Denny Bellogun, welcome on in from After Hours, man. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Join Kahoot, Majestic Elk. Okay, Vishnu, we got you. Majestic Elk is going to be your name. Absolutely love it. And we'll be able to figure out a way to give away, how we do the giveaways and stuff like that. We'll be in contact with you through Discord or After Hours or something. Ryan and I have a good way of figuring it out usually.
Yes, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Couple more minutes and we'll
just in case you didn't know already, as you were joining this here, if you do X out of the app, your name goes away. But I mean, if you go away from the app, it does get rid of your name, but it's not the big deal because it'll pop back in when you log back in. So if you're looking to join, you're looking to play Kahoot, to enter for a chance for these amazing prizes above Ryan's head over there. What all you got to do, go to Kahoot.it. And then put in the game pin, and you are entered in to play. And then all you got to do is answer some trivia questions, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And the more people that join, the more we will give away to people to make our life a little bit more of a fun time for us here. So, if you're listening in and you're not joining in, what's wrong with you not joining in? It's a nice, easy game to play. Sure. It's fun. And again, we don't, everybody's randomly named on here, so we're not going to call people out, of course, for things here. Yeah. Myself and Ryan do not play. We just host it, so it's a lot of fun. So, Ryan, how you doing, Ryan? This fine Saturday.
Doing well. Got some warm weather out here, but apparently that's odd and should be short-lived.
Nice. Love that.
Doing well. Yes.
Love that.
How about you?
Sup, boys? Akira Trades, what is up? Welcome on in. Feel free if you want to take part in some Kahoots here. Join on in. Instructions are all at the top there. There's a QR code as well if you want to download the app if you want to, or you go to Kahoot.it by the website, and you put the game pin in. I should really ask for Kahoot to do a sponsorship.
Yeah. You probably could. I mean, you should see.
I'd be like, yo, Kahoot, like, look what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to bring publicity to your platform. I actually really like it. How this really works, if you are listening in or you're ready to play in just a little bit of time here, how it works, there's 20 questions of all financial trivia questions. Myself, I pick 10. Ryan picks 10. And then you have 30 seconds to answer each question that is on the screen. The question does pop up on your phone as well. So if you have it on the app on your phone, it'll pop up there for you as well. You get points based on accuracy, but also speed. Okay, so you get points on both speed and accuracy. And then we'll see at the leaderboard, we'll see who is at the top at the very, very end. And depending on how many people want to play with us, maybe we can give away some more prizes than just for first place here. So if you're listening in and you want a chance to get a prize, feel free to join on in, and then you get to take part. And there's no penalties or anything like that. This is all just for fun and games. So if you want to bring more people in, share the live stream, send it to your friends, send it to your family, neighbors, whatever. Myself and Ryan, we try to do a very, very nice and thorough job of educating with financial knowledge here. So we have all different types of questions, from trading stocks to trading options to macroeconomics to the bond market to personal finance. I think we hit almost every topic, Ryan, now at this point, right?
Probably. I'm sure we have.
Because I know we've done some bond questions. We've done some personal finance questions about like debts and credit cards, stuff like that. We've done trading options is a big one we do. I do a lot more macroeconomic kind of questions to kind of bring more into the perspective of the global markets. There's a couple of those in here tonight that you can take a look at, and you'll hopefully be able to answer. So we really try to spread out the knowledge. That way, it's not just if you can't trade options, you won't get anything right. If you're not an expert in options, that's okay. If you're not an expert in the macros, that's okay. It's all about bringing the knowledge and all these different perspectives here. So hopefully you guys are able to take away from this. And even if you don't win a prize at the end of the night, you still get to walk away with some knowledge here, and it's a lot of fun. Myself and Ryan have awful banter as we go through the whole thing. We say stupid jokes, make stupid mistakes, but it's all in good fun. And we do this because we just want to bring the education to us, to anybody who's willing to listen. So if you're listening in, we appreciate you for tuning in, even if you don't want to play. But we would like to have people play because it's more fun that way. And again, the more people we have, the more we can give away to people. So make sure you share the link, share the notifications. If you're someone who's very popular on social media that I don't know about, feel free to send it out if you want, I guess. It's a lot of fun for us here. So we'll get going in just a couple minutes here. So make sure you like the stream if you like it, if you appreciate it, all that kind of good stuff there. I'm Fridge Financials. That's Ryan right above us. And I don't know, Ryan. I don't know if I got anything else here or not.
Yeah, no, I think you covered it all. I think we're good.
It's a lot of fun.
We'll start shortly.
Yeah, and if you get one question wrong or a couple questions wrong, it's not the end of the world, because we try to make it where there's different difficulty questions, different levels of difficulty. I don't think, Ryan, we've had anybody get all 20 right so far, right?
No, I do not believe so.
I think the highest was 18.
I believe you are correct.
So we're still waiting for the first person to get all 20 questions right. So maybe tonight's the night. Maybe tonight's the night, but you can't do it if you don't play, right? Kind of like what is it? The lottery. The lottery they say for us is that you can't win if you don't play. It's like their slogan, at least for our state.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
So again,
my slogan.
Oh, so maybe it's just nationwide. They say you can't win if you don't play, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
It is true. So you can't win these amazing prizes that we're giving away if you do not play. The walk-in freezer memberships, I just give those away halfway through trivia, anyways. So those will go to whoever is subscribed to the channel on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to Fridge Financials, feel free to take a look at Fridge Financials as well on YouTube for all the amazing information that we bring you, courtesy of myself. Ryan, we actually just hit 1,500 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, nice work, man.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's awesome, man. 1,500 subscribers we got on YouTube here. There's a lot of financial education there for you. There's a couple added benefits to being a membership. You want to be a part of the membership, obviously. But the walk-in freezer memberships are the top tier. Super expensive. $6 a month. So that's there for you. If you are a winner, you might get 1 month free of the Kingdom Discord, where it's myself, Ryan LP, Royalty Trades, trying to make it, New Fish Big Pond. Who else is there, Ryan? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to get all the names because a lot of them.
And
And is killing it in the trading and on it ever since she started doing it. I love that she posts her stuff. Anne's a big trader there as well. Carly's in there sometimes where she pops in with some really good knowledge as well. There's a lot of like top quality.
not anymore.
She left?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that, honestly. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. She's just gonna be on Substack mostly. And after hour too.
Okay. Oh, we have Dale. How can I forget David Knight? Apple Bottom kind of pops in once in a while. Sambo. Like there's a bunch of people, and there's a lot of knowledge there for you. So you get a free month if you win. You get a free month to it, or some new things that we have for options here. Let's go the Kingdom. Dude, the Kingdom is so great, man. I will tell you. And again, I'm in it and I'm biased to it, but I like it because it's not just you listen to call out trades the entire time. You can read up on informative pieces, informative write-ups from anybody, chart setups. The macro events is there for you. It's literally just an entire learning platform. It's a lot of fun for people. They have live streams there like every single morning, Ryan, I think, on the weekdays, which is crazy. I don't know how they do it every single day, but they rock it in the Kingdom there as well. There's just so much to be offered there, which is absolutely amazing. So if you would like to instead, a new perk that we are offering, if you look above Ryan's head, is that instead of getting 1 month for free, you can get half off for life, right? Is what it is, Ryan? Is that what we decided on?
Yeah, whatever. All your payments can be half off.
Half off for life. Half off for life there if you'd like to. Or if you don't want either of those ones there, you can also get a month of Quant Data or Imperial Options account, 1 month, courtesy of our beautiful man, Apple Bottom Jeans, who is in the chat. Yes. So, if you would like to take part in that, if you win, let us know. And again, we're just doing a lot of stuff. What else, Ryan, we got?
The other one is the trade. You give me a trade suggestion, and we set a risk limit, and we split the profits, or I take on the full loss, worst case.
Oh yeah, that's right. I couldn't fit that on the graphic. I don't know why I didn't fit that one on here.
It's okay.
But so if you don't want any of these, which I don't know which one you would not want to have at this point, but if you don't want any of those options that are giveaways up top there above Ryan's head there, you also could take part in a trade with Ryan where Ryan takes the trade for you. If you make money on it, you split the profits. And if you lose, then it's just Ryan's loss. That's it.
And within reason, of course, but yes.
Yes, you can't put in like 50K. It's not like a 50K trade or anything like that. No. But if you want a chance to make some good money, like the setup you have for a trade there, but maybe you don't have the availabilities for it, you can reach out to Ryan on Substack, on After Hours once in a while, on Discord if you want to. There's plenty of ways you can reach out to Ryan if you want to as well. He's very generous in doing that because, he's just that kind of amazing guy that I've been doing this now for the last 22 weeks of trivia.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Shall we get started, you think?
Yep, we will get going in just about like 1 minute or so. So in case you are not taking part in it, this is your chance to enter now. Kahoot.it, you can see at the very, very top there. Scan the QR code, put the game pin in there as well. And then you'll be entered in to win these amazing prizes. And again, we'll be giving away, 5 memberships for the walk-in freezer free for people about halfway through as well. So you get access to that as well. But you have to be subbed to Fridge Financials to get it. So make sure that you are at least subscribed to Fridge Financials if you'd like to get a free month. The free month that we do for the walk-in freezer, myself and Ryan also do this kind of thing, but we do a podcast level instead. And the podcast version is I'm on camera, he's on camera. We're talking stocks, trades, earnings calendar, charting things, whatever goes on for like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. It's just us just talking nonstop, and it's only for the members. And it's a live stream, so you want to tune into it. You can listen to it as well. You can tune in live and ask us some questions, whatever it is you want. You get that. You get emojis. You get badges. You get posts only for members. So there's a lot of cool things that come with the Fridge Financials walk-in freezer memberships. So feel free to take a look at that as well if you want to. But we'll give those away about halfway through. So, all right. I think that's enough for me plugging stuff in here for now.
Sounds good.
Let's say we get it going, shall we?
That sounds good.
All right. And again, if you're listening in and you haven't joined in just yet, if you missed the first question, it's not the end all be all. But for everybody who is tuned in to Financial Trivia Kahoot Week 22, I don't know. I hate how it goes full screen. I don't want that actually this time. There we go. So Financial Trivia Week 22 is underway here, and here is your first question. Question number 1. The VIX rule of 16 takes the current VIX and divides it by 16. What does this calculation estimate? And if you look at these amazing gifts that are on these Kahoots, that is courtesy of Mrs. Fridge, my amazing fiance, who does these for fun.
Yes.
Everybody gets
This is actually something I recently learned. Anne told me, but then Carly did post about it recently as well.
Oh,
Go
well,
ahead,
look
what were
at
you gonna
you.
say?
No, I was just saying, look at you. I don't even know what this rule even is, honestly. So I'll be curious to know if you have anything, how you would want to explain it. So feel free
Yeah.
to take it away.
So yeah, see, good amount of people got it right, but it's just telling you if you divide, so the VIX is 32, let's just say, you divide it by 16, that means that there's a 2% expected daily move over the next month in the S&P 500. So it's kind of a rule of thumb you can use to guess if you're going to do a 1 DTE trade maybe, or something to kind of play around with. It's obviously not perfect, but it's a little hack.
Interesting. So like that would be maybe like a good play to look at, maybe for like iron condors, maybe because you can set up like your regions, right? So if you want to short, if you want to set up an iron condor and get a nice premium for it, if you take your VIX and divide it
Over the next month, but it's per day over the next month.
Okay. Oh wow, very
Yeah.
interesting. Wow. Okay. So
So it's like
yeah,
I
go
said,
ahead.
if the VIX was 32 and you divide it by 16, that means 2% move per day, right?
Yeah.
For the next month.
But what's interesting is that that's obviously going to be changing like every day because the VIX is changing every single day, right?
Yeah. Right. It's it's like entering in a 20 delta put. I mean, that 20 delta is not going to stay 20 delta,
Right. I mean, I guess you could use it because if it says like it's a 2% move every single day, then I guess like you could do a 1 DTE option and go like 2% out on like an iron condor, for example, and then and then you do it every single day because the VIX is changing every single day. So maybe you could play it for like those shorter term options. Maybe what do you think about that? Maybe.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I know Anne uses it. I don't really know what she does exactly because she's not always doing 0 DT or 1 DT.
Hmm.
But yeah, you definitely can use it to your advantage.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, I learned something new because I honestly had no idea how that actually works there.
Yeah.
So that is very
Yeah,
cool.
no, like I said,
I
I learned it recently too.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like to really learn about the new trading strategies you could do and stuff like that there. So again, if you didn't answer the first question or you just tuned into here, don't worry. There's plenty more questions to go. If you wanted to play, take a part of it, go to Kahoot.it. It's now at the bottom over there. The game pin is over there, 201406. I could probably just pin that honestly. If you maybe let me do that really quick. Put that in the chat. So the Kahoot pin, in case anybody who tunes in is wanting to play. One question isn't going to be the end all be all for your points there, but I'll pin the pin. That's really confusing. I'll pin the pin at the very very top there in case anybody joins in late and
There
wants
you
to take
go.
part in the Kahoot as well. We're gonna go in just about another like 15 seconds for question 2. Only because I
Yes.
know there's a little bit of delay in the stream, so we kind of give a nice little bit of a warning just to kind of get people, remembering what's going on for that one so they don't go away from the screen there. So we'll go in just a couple seconds here. So make sure you are on the Kahoot screen. And Noble Goat and Fearless Tapir, or Taper? I don't know how to say that, dude. I don't
I
know.
think it's taper. I think it's spelled
Taper?
paper now.
Okay.
I
I
think
was
so.
thinking taper was spelled with an E for some reason, but I think that's like a taper fade or something. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, tapered. I think it's two different things, right? One's
Yeah.
the animal, and then the other one is a way to spell taper as well.
Yeah. All right, going on to question number 2. Here we go. Which spread is the undefined risk version of a call credit spread? 30 seconds.
Risky for the biscuit.
Risky for the biscuit, baby. Absolutely. In the meantime, I'm gonna put some cute fridge emojis in the chat because I love my emojis that my fiance designed for me. So I'm just gonna let those happen. And you got the little to the
That's
moons.
great. Yeah,
Yeah,
do it.
just put some cute little emojis in there while we wait for people to answer the question. And again, if you're not sure, guess. You don't get penalized for the wrong answer. So feel free to guess in the question if you're not really quite sure. And Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, the answer is short call. So a call credit spread is selling an out the money call. It could be in the money if you want to, but you sell an out the money call, let's just say as an example, and then you buy a further out of the money call or just higher strike call. Like I said, it doesn't have to be out of the money, but that's a call credit spread. So if you get rid of the long part of that, if you don't buy the protection, just a short call is the undefined risk version of that, where your max loss is undefined, infinite potentially. Whereas if you had a call credit spread, you're defining your risk based on it can't be more than the width of that spread minus your credit received.
Yeah, and short put, in case you're wondering, even though short put you may think has an undefined risk, it actually is defined because the stock goes to zero, then you just are right. You're just out of the money, right?
It,
There's no unlimited downside. You go
yeah,
to zero and that's
I
it.
mean,
Whereas calls, you have unlimited upside, right? In theory.
yeah, it depends on the ticker, of course. I still usually define or say that my puts are undefined because if I'm not fully cash secured, plus if it's like a $400 stock, let's say, you don't want that full max loss. So
Yeah.
I usually still say it's undefined, but you're correct. It can't go below zero.
Right. Whereas, like with the short call side, there is a theoretical idea. And again, it's probably 0.000001 chance of it happening, but there is
Low.
a tiny percent chance that a stock could go to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, like God forbid, whatever it could go up to. Like there is unlimited upside to a
There is no
call.
ceiling.
Exactly. Whereas there is a floor for the puts.
Hmm.
So you
Hmm.
do have that like defined risk. But like you said, though, if you're selling a put option on, Tesla, which is $400 a share, that's 40 grand you're looking at if it goes to zero, right? So you're down 40 grand on your like, huge loss on your trade in your portfolio, which you don't want to have.
Yes.
All right, so taking a look at the leaderboard here, what we got Noble Goat in first place, Majestic Elk in second, Fearless Taper in third place. And again, there's still plenty of time, 18 more questions to go. We'll get the next one going in just about like 15 seconds or so to give people time in case you want to join. Again, game pin at the bottom of the screen, also at the top of the chat over there. I pointed to the wrong side. It's over there. You guys got it. You guys can figure it out. I believe in you. But we'll go on to question number 3 again. You do get points for speed and accuracy. If you're not sure of the question, feel free to guess because myself and or Ryan will explain the answer anyways. So as long as you walk away with a learning experience, then who cares? At the end of the day, that's all that matters is that we're here to learn. And that's what we do here on a
Exactly.
Saturday, free of charge.
Exactly.
All right, here we go. Question number 3. A SWOT analysis is a study conducted by a company to identify what? And dude, Ryan, I thought of SWAT like the SWAT team, so that's why she put that there.
Well, I guess if you didn't have a business background, you didn't learn this in school.
I actually did not learn this in school. I was looking at this. I was like, dude, what is Ryan talking about here? So I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, now I'm curious to hear what you're saying about this because I have no idea. I was thinking of a SWAT like the SWAT team. So we put a nice little
Right.
SWAT team there.
Well, at least you knew it was pronounced SWAT, not swoot or something.
Right. Oh, wow, dude.
But yeah, almost everyone got it right because, if you have a business background, they talk about this all the time. But it's you evaluate, like a company goes in and evaluates like the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Be that like a business they're going to start, let's say, like what are our strengths, what are opportunities, what are the threats, weaknesses. It's just a little analysis that they do. So yeah. And everyone got it right, so that's good. Great work.
We had some new people join in, so that's why I said welcome to people that are joining in here. That's awesome. Again, you only missed the first 2 questions, so the 6 people that are playing now, you got 17 more questions to go, which is absolutely amazing. Well, now 16 now here, but I mean, I'm glad no one picked skills, weapons, occurrences, and tests because I don't know how that would relate to the financial markets with weapons.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Weaponizing Who knows? I
Yeah,
was just thinking of W words.
Palantir, weapons defense, AI. I
There
don't
you
know.
go.
There you go.
There you
Something
go.
like that,
There you
maybe. I
go.
don't really know.
There you go.
All right, so we got a leaderboard now, and now is where the fun begins because now we got people who are playing, and I love to watch the competition here. Myself and Ryan like to always have some very, very fun banter with people who are moving the leaderboards here. So, Noble Goat, first of all, 3 for 3, man, is very, very impressive. So, shout out to you for getting 3 in a row right at the first 3 here. You are on track for maybe the first person ever of financial trivia to go 20 for 20. No pressure, Noble Goat, but I have faith in you.
Yeah.
I believe in your abilities. We're going to go on to question number 4 in just about 10 seconds or so, just to make sure people get the delay and stuff like that, because last thing we want is people to miss out on a question because of it. But again, it is live onto your phone or onto your browser, so it'll come right to the screen there for you. You don't have to be watching my screen to see it, but it is there for you. Question number 4. Maybe it's my question. I don't know. Oh, it is my question finally, Ryan. Look at
It
that.
is.
Why is core inflation more important than headline inflation? And this is a big thing that we're talking about right now, especially recently, especially with the summary of economic projections from Daddy Powell. Ryan, did you read through it like I told you to after our last podcast?
No.
All right, Ryan. Oh, my bad, dude.
I forgot that you told me to read through something. I didn't know I had homework.
I didn't know I had homework. So, core inflation, okay, this is a very, very big thing. And I kid you not, if you are somebody who is new to the investing game and new to the macroeconomic events, stuff like that, if you go onto Google and you type in summary of economic projections, the SEP that comes out from the Fed, it just came out with Jerome Powell's speech on Wednesday last week. You can look and see about core inflation and what it really is and the focus is. Core inflation basically excludes volatile food and energy and things of that nature. As we know right now, energy has been very volatile because of the Middle East conflict that we have. And so, what you will notice if you look at your summary of economic projections, the Fed is predicting or expecting inflation to go to about, I think it was like, I don't know, like 2.6 or 2.7. It was a huge, you can see a huge revision from December projections up till March, because now they're factoring in how much of energy is going to impact their inflation data, their headline inflation data that they have there. So core inflation is a huge thing because it takes away the volatile things, food and energy. Energy definitely right now is very volatile, so don't be surprised if we see CPI data come in way higher next month. I'm sure the market's already trying to price that in because of the energy move we're getting for oil, where crude oil is over $100 a barrel, I think, Ryan, right? Or close to it?
It's like 98, I think, right now.
Yeah, so just about $100 a barrel for oil, which is a huge move up in oil, which is energy and stuff like that. And so they had to exclude that kind of thing. Food is a big one as well. One of the more recent ones we had, if you guys remember from I think it was last year, Ryan, remember this, where we had the egg price fiasco where eggs were insanely high. Remember that?
Yes, that was a discussion in the platform for someone who was running. But yes.
Yeah, because the egg prices shot to the roof because of some bird flu that broke out. I believe it was. I don't know. I forgot I was like, I don't know what. There's a name to it. I know the name of it, but I forgot it. But for example, there was a huge,
Birdemic.
bird flu that broke out for whatever reason, and then egg prices were through the roof. And again, because one thing makes a huge move to food prices, and one thing makes a huge move to energy prices. Birdemic. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
It's a movie. It's a movie.
Oh, is it?
Bad movie. It's a really bad movie, but yeah.
So the big thing to focus on is your core inflation numbers. People like to look at that because it gets rid of the volatile things like food and energy. So something to just keep in mind about. It is very, very important to know. And that's why I always tell people to make sure we keep track of, CPI data, PCE data, We also have PPI data. Looking at all those different data points help to really give a good indication of where inflation truly is and where it's not. So watching core inflation is very, very important for us, especially now because, like I said, next month CPI. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 3.5%. I think right now it came in at like 2.8 or something like that recently. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes into the mid threes because this oil prices are going to push that so much
Yeah,
higher, dude. So it's
we
absolutely
yeah,
crazy.
we need gas prices down. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. What's your gas price over in Arizona, dude? What are you looking at?
Like 440, 430.
All right, we're not there yet. I say yet, as in like we're probably gonna be there in like the next like month or so, probably. But we're at like 350, I think.
Okay. Yeah, we saw I saw just it went up. I drove into town, or I drove by the gas stations on Tuesday and I drove by again on Friday and went up 10 cents at most places within those few days.
Oh my god, dude, that's insane. Hey, that's why those Costco memberships, man. And
Well, yeah,
it's the Costco memberships.
I don't have Costco, I have Sam's Club, and Sam's Club still was like 420 or something. It's still high.
Jeez, that's insane. Yeah, gas prices are
Yeah.
going through the roof. Energy is crazy, and there's a lot of things that comes with that as well, which we'll talk about because we have a couple more questions about, the macro effects of what we get here. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna go on with the next question here. Question number 5 in just about 10 seconds or so. So make sure that you are on your Kahoot game, ready to play for the next question. Still anybody's game. Still plenty of questions ahead of us here. So here we go with question number 5. Several investment firms have filed for prediction market ETFs. What upcoming binary events did they file for?
Yep. Have you heard about this?
I also have not heard about this, which is crazy. You're giving me so much new stuff to learn about today, dude. Let me tell you, because I did not know anything about this yet. I usually learn a lot about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I recently found out about this probably like a week ago. Um, I don't think it's been approved, but they filed for it. I don't know if it's a thing or not yet, though.
All right, well, take it away, dude.
Um, yeah, most of you got it right. So they filed. Basically, these are prediction market ETFs that are just going to be 2 presidential ones, so Democrat or Republican, and then they're doing 4 for the midterms, which is 2 Senate and 2 House, and they're just basically win or lose. I mean, I don't really understand how it fully works, but I'm guessing if you put money in for the Democrat and they don't win, you don't get any. I'm guessing your stock goes to zero. I don't understand it fully, but I think it's
Well,
just a 0 or 1 game.
that's interesting. Or like, yeah, the ETF would have to just probably take unless they hedge their portfolio by doing like 70 unless they hedge to like lose all the time and like they just take less losses. I don't know. That's
Yeah, I don't.
interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see people if it gets approved and then people use it or not. Because like, why don't you just use the prediction market itself?
Yeah, I mean, also like they're. I mean, I want to be curious to see what the fees would be for those ETFs because they obviously have
That's
like a
true too.
management fee stuff. Like, is it cheaper just to go on Kalshi or go on Polymarket and just invest and just buy up, the prediction market contracts there for the whatever fee they have on those compared to this ETF, right? If the ETF is a higher fee than Kalshi or Polymarket offered, then like why even go over to this?
Right, right. Yeah.
And then also like is it going to be just a stock appreciation or is it going to be like a dividend payout, like, oh, you won, like here's a payout for your wins? Still, I don't know how that actually works.
I got to read more. I just thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, oh my god, imagine you could trade options on that. That's even crazier. Puts on whatever
I
loses would pay heavy.
I can't imagine they're going to let options on there, but maybe they will. I mean, well, I guess why not if it's liquid?
Right, yeah, dude. I mean, the thing is with ETFs that was crazy now. Like I made a video recently, I'm sure you saw me post about it, where you can get payouts for owning Ethereum on these ETFs
Right.
now. Like
Yeah,
because they
ETH.
Yeah, so they could stake it. They stake your Ethereum. That you put money into this ETF. They use that money. They buy up Ethereum with it. Then they take the Ethereum. Then they put it into staking. They stake it on the
Right.
blockchain, and then they pay you out monthly. It's like there's ETFs for anything. I feel like these days it's actually crazy to me. I don't understand it as much because like you're just making up ETFs for whatever. But the good thing I will say is that I mean also I talked about this a long time ago, and I'm glad that this didn't go through. They were trying to file for 5x leverage ETFs. Remember I talked about
Right.
that a while ago?
Right.
Like that was crazy.
Yeah, that to your point exactly. Good thing they didn't do it because yeah, $20 loss is $100 loss on a leverage ETF. That thing's at zero. So, depends on the ticker, of course, but
Yeah, but like imagine like you had like 5x leverage SPY ETF and you bought in like beginning of the year, like you'd be down like what 30% probably 20-30% ish. Actually, maybe more than
uh,
that.
yeah, well, the year drop has been 4, right? About right, so
Yeah.
20% about.
Yeah, so that would be these ETFs, dude, are just crazy to me. I don't like they're just I think they're just trying to see what they can get away with for an ETF, just hoping for the best kind of. And there's like, let's just follow an ETF and just see what happens. Like, all right, dude, sure.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I don't understand that. That's interesting. I did not see that. So that hey, maybe it's a future video that I go into. Maybe I have no idea.
Yeah, so we'll look into it more.
Gonna have to. We're taking a look at the leaderboard here. Majestic Elk in first place with 4 in a row and a nice fire streak, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. That is Vishnu. So Vishnu, way to go, my friend. You are on a roll so far. Noble Goat in second, Harmonic Eagle third, Fearless Taper in fourth, and Energetic Finch. Why they only do animal names, I will never understand on Kahoot. I don't get it, but it is what it is. All
Lots
right.
to choose from.
I guess so, right? We're going to get going with the next question here. Question number 6. So please get back on the game if you're not already on it. So make sure that you do not miss out on this trivia question that we've got here. Question number 6 is, which of the following is not a ticker for gold futures? Dude, it's like all your questions, man.
It has been very heavy me thus far. I think you've had what 2, and I've had 4. I mean, so
I think I only had one. Wait, what was the second one I had? I think I only had one. I thought I just had
maybe I
the
think you're right. Maybe it's
inflation
just
one.
1 and 5 for me, 1 for you. It's gonna be
Yeah,
heavy you soon.
which means that I'll be doing a lot of talking later on.
Yes.
All right, take it away, my friend.
Yeah. So, yeah, gold futures. There's actually 3 different tickers. There's the 1 ounce contract, the micro gold, and the regular gold GC contract. HGG is actually copper. And so the difference of these is just size. The regular gold contract, I think, is 100 ounces of gold, and then 1,000 ounces of gold, and then the micro gold is 10 ounces of gold, and then the 1 ounce is just going to be 1 ounce of gold. So if you buy a 1 ounce contract of gold, it's 1-to-1 with the current price of the future. Really easy to calculate. Low buying power requirement. Good way to go small if you want to. Micro gold's still small, but it's still pretty big. So it's nice to have that. They rolled out that new 1 ounce contract. But yeah, like I was saying, HG is copper. So that's the only one that's not gold.
Very interesting. And I know that the metals have had a pretty big pullback recently, like gold, silver, all because of this.
Copper.
All the money is flowing into oil and energy plays right now because of the conflict going on right now over the Middle East, right? So, I know that people are saying that copper is like the next big thing to move up, along with like platinum and palladium. I believe people have been throwing those metals out there as well because they're like, oh, gold already had its run, silver had its run. Next, that would be copper and palladium and platinum and all that.
We
So,
talked about them all. Yeah.
yeah.
And
So,
to correct what I said, the GC contract's for 100 ounces. To correct me there, and then the micros for 10.
all right.
Anyways,
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate you going back in and making sure that the users get the education that we all love.
yes.
Right.
But
Very much
I
appreciate
think
it.
we're seeing everything down, but there was also someone saying that like lots of banks weren't selling their gold, so it wasn't a mass liquidation event.
Right. I know that silver obviously is like down to like $70 an ounce or something like that. And I remember it was like 110, and it was just like, and then like you're taking a huge loss right now on that, which is crazy if you
Yeah.
bought the high.
Yes, you are. Yes,
But
you are.
if you use this time to dollar cost average your position down, get a little bit less, get a little bit of a cheaper price for your silver, then you'll be able to write up for the long term. Because again, the metals long term, obviously, like silver used everywhere, gold same thing. I know people say that silver used a lot in like the computing chips and stuff like that, the software for AI infrastructures and all that. So like, is it going to go anywhere? Of
Mhm.
course not. Is it going to crash down? Of course not. Crazy stuff there, but.
That's all right, Vishnu.
Yeah, that's all right. So, we can sit there
It- But
and he would
but what
be
they're trying to say is they would have had 6 of 6 correct, is what they were trying to tell us.
right. Oh, my audio's
which is
cutting out.
good work.
Oh yeah, our audio. We have the problem that we do face with these streams sometimes is that we're obviously on opposite sides of the country, so the connection may not always be the best. So we kind of have
Yes.
to.
Also,
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, that's all I
No, no,
got.
you finish. You
That's
kind
all
of
I got.
yeah.
That was all I had.
Well, yeah. Just if Vishnu could clarify who's chopping up, because I can turn off my video if I need to.
But then who's going to be left to look at my silhouette?
That's true. I guess it's choppy audio in my face, or no audio and no, or all audio and no face.
Dude, it's like what I said last time when I was like, "Hey, sub to my channel because of Ryan LP up there," and someone did it. So hey, we gotta. You're the face. You're the face up top there, and then it's just me down below.
There we go. There we go.
All right, so we're going to the next question here. Next question is coming up in just about 10 seconds or so. So make sure you are back on Kahoot. Make sure not to away from it because we try to give you guys a nice little warning, nice little heads up here before we go on to the next question here, which is the following. Question number 7. Which Greek tells us how the delta changes for every $1 move in the underlying and accelerates as expiration nears? Oh, where'd you go? Oh no, it's all good. Maybe this is not working, but not you. Cabbage, thank you for your feedback. We appreciate that. You guys, I'm still here, so I don't know what happened to Ryan, but Ryan's gonna come back in just a minute. Don't worry, I'll get him back up here. I know you guys all missed his beautiful face, because you guys got to answer this question here. So hang on, let me get him back. Boop, there we go. Hey, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, it froze, so I left. But yes, so I see the answer completed. So yes, the answer is gamma. I see most of you got it right. But so yeah, for every $1 move in the stock, gamma is going to move that amount for delta. So if the gamma was a 0.1, that means your delta is going to increase or decrease by 0.1 for every $1 decrease in the underlying. Theta is time decay, as most of us know. Vega is how implied volatility affects your premium, and then rho is how interest rates affect your premium.
All right. Got to know the Greeks. And you know what I learned from these financial trivia questions, guys? Even though I am also part of this and I make the questions, I'll make half of the questions. Ryan does the other half here. There's minor Greeks as well. I did not know that.
Yes, there are some minor Greeks. I don't know them very well, but like Charm, Vanna. I can't think of more off the top of my head. Yeah, Charm's one of them. That's one that people talk about. Vanna's one. There's a bunch. Color, I think, is one.
What is it?
Color.
All right. I don't know. Is that a Greek? I don't know if it's even a Greek.
It's the I think none of the minor, or I'm sure not all of the minors are Greek letters because
okay.
I think Vega is not a Greek letter. It's like the only one of the major that's not a Greek letter.
Vama. Vama.
Akira knows. Yeah, it's
interesting.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, I tried to look up a list just to know how many minors there were, and I couldn't get a good answer. So I gave up.
they're like, who's actually asking this question?
Yeah,
like nobody cares. Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
All right, take a look at the leaderboard here. We have got a little bit of some movements here. Harmonic Eagle moved up into 3rd place. Energetic Finch moving up into 4th place. It is still anybody's game. We're not even halfway through the questions. We'll get rolling with question number 8 in just about 10 seconds or so. So make sure that you are ready for the next question. You have your book ready to study. Last minute cram session before question number 8 comes into play here. And, we'll get it going here. And hopefully it's my question because Ryan has had all the questions. In case you're wondering, we do 10 and 10, and it's randomly ordered. And this week, Ryan has gotten all the questions. It seems like that are first. I don't know why. But
yes, very heavy. But soon you'll get a question in there.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is probably one, right? Yes, it is. The SEC recently announced that companies may be able to report earnings. How often? Is it once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, or fridge? You're an idiot. The SEC did not say anything about this.
Yes, or red herring with the last one.
This was a video I just posted on my YouTube channel yesterday about what the SEC went out and talked about. So if you actually watched the video, then you would probably get a little bit ahead of indication as this one and the answer is to it. So I don't know. And the correct answer is twice a year. So instead of having us do it 4 times a year, It's actually, there's rumored that the SEC is going to announce a proposal for us to have companies report earnings at least twice a year instead of requiring them 4 times a year. Um, the big thing about this, and you can take a look at the video if you want to hear my more in-depth explanation for it, is that there's pros and cons. If a company for me that I'm investing in goes from 4 times a year to twice a year for earnings, I feel like they might be trying to hide something, because why would they not do it as they've always been doing quarterly? Is it going to be a big change for big mega cap stocks? Probably not. They're probably going to keep the quarterlies going, but this could be a big factor for small to mid cap companies because of the fees it costs to file your earnings and to do the audits and all that kind of stuff like that. Also, if you're brand new into your IPOing, for example, on the markets, you have your first quarter earnings that are absolutely awful, then all the money you would hope to raise is now out the window because of your first quarter. So definitely could be a more beneficial thing for small and mid cap stocks. For the large mega caps like Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, they are probably going to just keep the 4 times a year, just because it's the tried and trusted. It's the investor trust that they have with them filing it. Also, they have a plenty of cash to be able to afford the filings, I feel like. So that's definitely just something to kind of keep in mind about. And this comes off the back end of the administration at the end of last year proposing this. And so now the SEC looks like they might be trying to see if it'll get approved or not. It's going to go to a public, it's like a public open hearing or something like that. And it's like there for 30 days, and then we kind of go from there. So, Ryan,
Okay.
what do you think about that? Any kind of thoughts on that?
So to your point of oh, if I'm investing, I want to hear about it more often. For a long time investor, never paid attention to earnings. So in my opinion, as a long term investor, I don't know if I really care. In terms of shorter term, I don't know. I think it's not as bad as people maybe are thinking it. I don't think it's maybe like a hiding thing. I kind of like that. Let's say if I'm trading an underlying, I don't have to worry about earnings every 3 months anymore. It's kind of nice to be like, okay, I got a little bit of time till the next earnings cycle to maybe get out of a trade.
Mm.
But it could cause earnings to be more volatile. I don't know. I mean, but to your point, the small company, that's a good aspect. I didn't even think about that, where companies trying to build, it's their first earnings and they're terrible, but their second would have been good if they waited. So I get that. That is helpful.
Yeah, one of the things they talk about also is the big ones that benefit from this is biopharmaceutical companies, because of their trials and stuff like that, like their phase 2s, their phase 3s, all that kind of stuff. So companies like pharmaceutical companies that are trying to do new drugs and medicines, and they have their trials coming out and stuff like that. This could be beneficial because they can have all that time built in for their trials to hopefully be successful, and not just be like, oh, well, what's going on in quarter 1, guys? Oh, well, this was failure. So, and then the
Right.
stock just
Move on.
crashes.
You're
So it
done.
gives them time to really build up, their case for their phase 2, their phase 3 for their trial runs, stuff like that. So, but I didn't even think about trading as an option perspective. It's actually a very interesting thing about it because, usually you sell options, you look at 30 to 60 days, right? So, at least they won't have as much IV potentially to move that contract if you're doing twice a year. Whereas if you're doing 4 times a year, obviously it might be more likely, right? So.
Yeah, I feel like if I look at an underlying, I have to worry about earnings all the time because it's very common for it to be coming up.
Yeah. And if you sell an option, you're like, oh crap, this earnings is next week and I have a month out. It's like, well, now what do? It's like you kind of have to just
Right.
hope that the earnings moves in your favor, right? No matter what kind of contract you have. Especially if you're doing a lot
Yes.
of contracts and you have a lot of different companies and you're in earnings season, is the stock reporting today or they reporting next week or something like that. So it's hard to keep track of earnings for depending on what you're trading. It's hard to keep track of those earnings plays for sure. So it definitely would probably ease that stress a little bit if you have less earnings to take a look at. I feel
It's true.
so. Switch to my laptop. My audio's perfect. Oh, what's my phone? Oh, Vishu, hey man, I appreciate that. I'm glad the audio was great because let me tell you, myself, I am not an audio expert. Ryan is not a tech expert either in terms of this streaming thing that we're doing here. We've been fooling around with this now, and I still feel like we have so many things we could do. And right now, this is kind of where we're at. So, over the longer term, we'll hopefully have better streams and cooler stuff and stuff. But we appreciate your feedback, obviously. It kind of sucks you don't get that many nice earnings or not, but yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously there's gonna be pros and cons no matter what to it, and it's gonna benefit some people, it's gonna hurt some people. Bob Dog on After Hours commented on my post Ryan today, and I
Mhm.
posted about this, and he said, it sucks though because like what my point was that insiders know a lot more. Like so
Gotcha.
they can play it better for that reason. Vishnu, we appreciate that feedback, though. I really do. Thank you so much for. He said you're doing great.
Thank
So
you. Yes.
that's amazing. We appreciate that. We appreciate the feedback from everybody here. And again, feel free to share it out. This is a free thing that we do here. It's not like we're behind a paywall or anything like that. Intel and MU earnings run ups for free money this year. Absolutely. Micron is crazy. Micron has been
What's that?
insane.
Oh, the run up. Yeah, I was gonna say they dropped after earnings, but no, the run up was pretty well good for the Micron.
Yeah, I remember it was last Friday, not like this last one, but the week before that, I think it was. It was up like 4% when the market was down 1%. I was like, oh my God, what? Like, and so all the money was flowing into it to get ready for earnings. Um,
Yeah,
so,
didn't work out, but yes.
which is crazy because you look at their earnings numbers, their top and bottom lines were like phenomenal. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, that's just that's doesn't help when everything else is down. It's not gonna
Yeah,
you can have the greatest numbers on earth if everyone's scared. Doesn't
right.
matter.
I just played rooms. Yeah, that's absolutely a good point. Is to have those call options. You buy a call option, you get the nice little IV expansion up to earnings, and you can cash out right before probably. Make some decent money because the IV expands, makes the contracts worth more. You make some good money, and then get out of it before the earnings even happens. In and out like it's
Yeah.
nothing, right? Okay, so going on to question number 9 in just about 10 seconds or so. So make sure that you are ready to go for the next question. And then after you get to question 10, we're going to give away some memberships here. PL was an exception. What happened with
Planet Lab.
PL? Oh, Planet Labs? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Cabbage might have to tell us, but I didn't pay attention to Planet Labs.
Cabbage, let us know, obviously, about Planet Labs. We're happy to hear what you have on that. Market's concerned whether it's sustainable. Yeah, 100%. That stock, that Micron stock, can only run so much. Like, I remember last year, it was like, I think it was like, $100, and now it's like four something. Like, it can only run so much until the money dies out. Like, you can only do so much, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, if AI
Um,
continues, memory's going to still do well. So
Right. But same thing with like Iron. Iron was the same thing. Iron had kept running up, and then it lost momentum in Steam for that one. ASTS has been a huge runner as well. You have ASTS, you have Iron, you have um, Nebius Group, big runner as well. At some point though, people are going to be like, I'm taking the profits out, especially now. People are probably taking profits now because of how the uncertainty of the market is. That's what my guess would be. So you might see some money flow out of those big movers, also because hey, I made some good money. All right, this these conflicts aren't stopping. Let's take some profits off the table and just wait for another reentry point. That's the way I would look at it. AAO. I don't even know these ones. Do you know these tickers, Ryan?
never heard of any of these. No.
I believe PL was up 30% something as there was little to no run up to earnings. Oh, interesting.
Oh, gotcha.
And Disha says look up AI infrastructure stocks. Yeah, is Iron an infrastructure or is it data? No, it's data center, isn't it? I think Iron is data center. No, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, Iron is a data center. You're correct.
Yeah. Okay. Infrastructure.
But
Interesting. Hey, well, you know what? I'm gonna have to save those little ticker symbols there, Vishnu, and take a look at them later on for sure. Maybe, maybe we talk about them on our podcast tomorrow, Ryan. I don't know. Maybe that's what we do.
yeah, we could talk about it.
Yeah, maybe. So if you want to hear us talk about it, feel free to check the memberships, of course. So absolutely love that. All right, next question. Here we go. Moving on to the next question. Question number 9 is the following. What is the biggest impact of rising oil prices on the economy? And this one we kind of talked about earlier. So if you remember, great. But if not, this is your chance to get back into it. It went from data centers to memory to photonics. Interesting. Good to know. Thank you, Vishnu, for that. I'm definitely going to look into that now for sure. I'm going to look back at this chat, save these tickers, and make sure to take a look more into them, which is absolutely amazing. Um, And the correct answer here is obviously increased inflation pressure. How this idea works, again, this is one of those macroeconomic events that we talk about here, right? The idea behind this, okay, is that when you have rising oil prices, we have rising oil prices right now because, the Strait of Hormuz is closed right now. There's not a lot of oil going in and out of that. They have like 20% of the supply is going through it, and now it's closed, so that's not really getting a lot of traffic, which we need. That creates a supply shock, obviously. And as a result of the supply shock, it causes oil to go higher. Energy prices, oil to go higher. What do people need in terms of, you know, um, of everyday life? I'm trying to think about the wording for it because I was reading the chat. Everyday life, what you need energy. You got to fuel your house. You got to fuel your car, all that kind of stuff like that. What does that do? It makes you not only want to spend less, but it's also going to push prices higher because energy is obviously a big thing. And we don't want to see that. So it is the biggest impact, as we talked before, you'll see it probably in CPI next month because last CPI was before this came out or this conflict happened. So the next CPI coming out, you're going to see probably some higher inflationary prices because energy has a big move and it's very, very volatile. So very, very interesting thing to keep track of. Again, with oil prices going higher, not good for us overall. So everybody got it right who's playing. Thank you guys, obviously, for doing that. Ryan, I don't know if you have anything to add to that or not. I'm not really quite sure.
No, yeah, I think that was good. It's oil is the thing to watch at the moment.
Yeah, and it also sucks because obviously, like with oil being higher, it makes that you got to spend more money on your energy at your house because where would you rather have? Would you rather go out and buy things, or rather have heat in your house? So it kind of creates this this like lower spending from the consumers because all the money's being pushed into oil to try to make sure their houses are heated, they have fuel in their car for their jobs, like all that kind of stuff like that. So it kind of creates like this crazy environment in terms of like what can you afford, what can you not afford, what do you need, the necessities, right? Energy, fuel your house, fuel your car, so you can go to your job and stuff like that. So it's tough times. It really is. It sucks. Right now we're just talking about gas prices, right? He's paying $4.20 and I'm paying $3.50, right? That's more money I got to put into gas instead of putting in the markets, right? So it kind of sucks for that reason.
Yes.
So going on to question number 10 in just about 10 seconds or so. So make sure you are ready to go for the next question here. We still have half the game to go. And again, even if you don't win, as long as you are listening, you're playing along, it's all for fun. It's all for education. Akira's paying $6 a gallon. Oh my God, that's insane. I know, I can only imagine what Cali prices are. Because Cali usually is mid fives.
They're in the eights. I think they're in the eights.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Oh my God, that's insane. All right. I mean, I don't know what you would do with that. Again, usually Cali's in like the mid fives. I think from what I've seen, maybe $6. So now you're looking at $8. Having those big increases in prices, like you can't spend as much at all. Oh, you're in Cali. Okay, so
Maybe
there you go.
Maybe it's sixes, but
maybe
it's still expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you have a 10-gallon tank. You're looking at $60. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people are like, oh, it's only a couple $1 difference, but it's like imagine if you do it, over this long period of time that we're not getting, energy prices down, right? It adds up. SoCal is 7 to 8. Okay, that's interesting. Wow, yeah, it's a crazy life we're in right now. All right, moving on to question number 10. Here we go. Question number 10. A call credit spread consists of what two legs? If you don't like SpongeBob, I don't know what to tell you because I love SpongeBob. I was looking for the my leg guy, but I couldn't find one. My leg.
I don't know if I remember this one.
Oh, we had super defined legs.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he's like, look at these legs, and they're super just jacked. All right, Ryan, take it away.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Akira is saying SoCal is 7 to 8 a gallon. But so it is that high, I guess. A call credit spread does in the same expiration cycle. It is a short call and a long call. You heard me explain it earlier, but short call is usually closer to at the money, could be in the money. Then the long call is further out of the money from the short. And same expiration. Short put, long put would be a put credit spread. 2 times short put, 1 long put is a put ratio, and 2 times short call, 1 long call is a call ratio.
Okay. Vishu said he got tricked by the 2x. I said this sad for just for you.
What can I say?
Yeah, hey, that's okay, Vishnu. Hey, you've been doing awesome, dude. No, we appreciate you for obviously being active in the chat and stuff like that, as we do here. Appreciate you for it. So leaderboard halfway through here, we got Majestic Elk, which is Vishnu, I'm pretty sure, in first place. Noble Goat in second. Energetic Finch in third place. Shout out to you, Energetic Finch. You got 4 in a row correct. That is absolutely amazing because these questions are not the easiest questions, I will tell you. Harmonic Eagle in fourth place, Fearless Taper in fifth place here. And we're halfway through the questions, which means one thing and one thing only: giving away 5 more premium walk-in freezer memberships to Fridge Financials subscribers. So if you are listening to this and you would like to be entered into this free giveaway of 5 memberships, you do have to be subscribed to the Fridge Financials channel. So if you are not subscribed, you will not be able to take part in it. So if you are listening and you have not subscribed, click the button. It's free of charge. You don't pay for it. You get a free month. It's like, a free $6 Starbucks coffee you basically get, but it's financial content. And again, before we get into the giveaway here, I don't know who's going to be giving these. I don't know. It's all randomly picking from my subscriber count, so I have no idea who it is. And basically what you get for it is you get those cute little emojis, as you see I use and Ryan uses in the chat. You get a nice little badge, as you'll see. Ryan's got a badge over there next to his name. You get badges, you get emotes, you get the weekly podcast with myself and Ryan. We sit on a live stream for like an hour to 2 hours, just talking stocks, talking the market. It's live, it's in person basically. And you get to hop in, you get to listen to us talk, you get to ask us questions, you get to look at different stocks if you'd like to, answer questions, that kind of stuff. Or if you can't make it to the live stream, you can always listen to it and play it back and hear some different trades. Like I had some trade ideas that I wanted to go into this week. Ryan, I can't do Carnival Cruise Lines because their earnings got delayed till the 27th. Didn't know if you knew that.
I think it's this coming Friday, I think.
Yeah, so they delayed their earnings a week. So
Okay, gotcha.
I was going to go in on Carnival Cruise Lines, but not there just yet. So if you want to listen to all of our trade ideas, the membership has access to it. So you get those as well. We also post a lot of member-only posts on YouTube with a lot of financial education there only for members. So a lot of stuff that we offer, it's 1 Starbucks coffee a month, so you get to take a look at it. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to take part in this giveaway, because you do not get it if you are not subscribed. Ryan, anything, I don't know if is there anything you want to plug in before we get going here?
No, yeah, there's a good YouTube channel. Check it out, and good luck to the five randos here. Yeah,
to the 5 randos, and then we do this every single month. We usually give away memberships, so if you don't win this month, you can always get next ones. But you can also just get some nice little. Time. Next time is what, 10? Sorry. Right?
10. Yeah, next time will be 10.
Next time will be 10, but that might be in a couple weeks, and you miss out on some quality trades that myself and Ryan are going to talk about, or just some quality information, some educational stuff that we talk about. Ryan talks about trading different spreads. I look at selling cash secured puts, using those kind of trades there as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to be part in the giveaway, because I'm giving them away right now. So hopefully you hit the button. And if you unsubscribe, that hurts my feelings.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Sending out 5 memberships here. Let's see if anybody gets them. I have no idea who's getting them here. And here are the 5. We have Titty Freckle. Love the name. David Patrick. And I don't think anyone, I don't know if anybody here is active on it, but these are the congratulations to the winners. I don't know any of these names off the top of my head, but.
No, but hey, you got Jason Voorhees in your subscribe to your channel. That's pretty cool.
Is there a reference I should know for that one? I don't know that one.
Yeah, Jason, the killer of the horror movies, Jason Voorhees.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so you got him in there. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. He's not alive.
That's even better, we have cool Pikachu, 1080.
Cool Pikachu. Yeah.
All right, and so if you don't win the giveaway, it's okay. Again, it's fine. It's $6 a month. Ryan also says that you can use your Google Play credits for it if you have any. So
Yes. If you got Google Play, you can open the app on your phone, use Google Play credits for the subscription.
And you
do it for 1 month.
Yeah, you do it for a month. You hate what we do, then you don't have to do it again. You know.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right, go
Either that, or
on.
you want to support Fridge,
What happened?
or you want to support Fridge and keep paying.
Yeah, I mean, again, like 90% of my content is free. 10% of it is like
There
the
you go.
paid stuff. But rather than that, a lot of videos that you can watch are free of charge. So, if you want to support it, feel free. Or, there's donations as well you can do and all that stuff like that. But I don't want to do all that stuff. All right. Question number 11. Here we go. I'm losing my voice here. Question 11 is, what is the Fed's inflation target? A big thing to know. What is the Fed's inflation target overall? What does the Fed look to have for an inflation target? 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%. Hopefully we know this. Ryan, you know this one, right?
Only because I read your answer, but I don't always remember. I don't commit it to memory. Go ahead.
So the Fed, their major inflation goal, not for the year, but overall, the Fed's inflation target long term is to get inflation to 2% or about 2%. So when we see, our rates, you see, CPI data, you see PCE coming in higher than 2%, the Fed is like, hey, how can we get it back lower? So it's getting there. It's kind of close. Obviously, with this conflict, it could be up there for longer, as we know. But the Fed's inflation target is about 2%. They want to get it down to, which would be absolutely amazing. That would be very, very good for our economy overall. The Fed also runs as a dual mandate where they focus on having maximum employment and low inflation. That is the big thing. And Jerome Powell right now and the Fed are battling that right now because, as we know, labor market not doing well. Labor market not doing well, we should be cutting rates. Why are we not cutting rates like the administration wants us to do? Inflation is still higher than we want. So it's kind of like a rock and a hard place that they're battling with right now, which is again which is why there's no surprise we got a steady rate, a no rate cut at all, or just the rates were the same for their decision on Wednesday, because you want to cut rates to help boost unemployment. Or to help boost employment and boost the labor market, but you don't want to cut rates because if you borrow for cheaper, that could push inflation even higher, and we're already having this big spike of inflation, so we don't want to have that either. So the Fed is kind of just, stuck between a rock and a hard place trying to figure out what to do right now at this time period, and it is not good. Ryan, did you see that Jerome Powell mentioned something about rate hikes in the future?
Oh yeah, he kind of alluded to it. He didn't say anything concrete, right?
No, he just said that, like someone brought it up. Most of us, almost all of us said no. We said no, we're not going to hike rates. But the big thing, I think the big words were, it's not off the table. And that, I think, is what caused markets to go absolutely into the dumps.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Because
I think that yes.
Because if you think about it, with inflation, I want to win Imperial account. Oh wow, next week. Hey, did you never? Wait,
That's all right, Tran.
Trey, did you just get here?
Yes, but Tran, it's once a month now, just FYI. But you were in the middle of something there, Fridge.
So what I was gonna say was that the big thing right now is that what was I gonna say? Train threw me off for a minute. Talk about rate cuts, rate hikes, all that kind of stuff. Oh, so the other thing that was important to know, you saw that Jerome Powell was like, I'm gonna stay in my chair until investigation is done and until they formally select a new Fed chair, right? That's a big thing
Yes,
as well.
I heard that.
So the big thing with that though is that it's gonna keep Jerome Powell is gonna stay at the Fed chair for longer, right? And as we know, him and Trump have been bumping heads nonstop about interest rates and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. And the longer that he's there, I feel the longer that rates aren't going to be one to be cut. Also, obviously, it's not just his decision overall, but what kind of sucks is that everyone wants Kevin Warsh in there now because they think, oh, he's going to be cutting rates faster because he's from the administration, and now the market is unpricing in rate cuts now like it's no tomorrow, which is why the market had that big pullback, because they got to now unprice in that, and not only unprice a rate cut, but now try to price in a rate hike that could be potentially in the future. So
Right.
it's amazing how just one speech and one document released on Wednesday just gives so much perspective as to what's going on right now.
It's true.
Which is why I say, hey Ryan, you should read the summary of economic projections.
All right, I'll read it. I'll read it someday.
Or you can just watch my video and watch me cover it for like 5 minutes.
There we go. I might
And
do
listen to
that.
me explain it.
I don't know if I want to read jargon.
Yeah, if you want to read, you just listen to me talk about it. All right, moving on to the next question here.
Like
Question number 12. Oh, dude, look at it. Hey, this dude got welcome on
Yeah,
in.
you're what? Yeah, you're welcome, Jason.
Dude,
I hope we
Jason.
didn't interrupt any killing sprees you're on or anything.
He's alive. Dude, he resurfaced just for the membership. I swear to God. He's resurrected from the dead.
From Camp Crystal Lake, here he is. You know?
Dude, I need to do some Googling now after this. I gotta Google like some stuff. just be like, who's in my chat? All right. So Jason, yeah, congratulations, you got a free membership for the month. You gotta listen in if you want to. Myself and Ryan will be doing live tomorrow evening if you want to take a listen to us and ask us any questions, stock market, economic stuff, look at some stocks, whatever it is you want. You get access to that every single week for the next month. So hopefully you enjoy it. And there'll be some other stuff there as well. And Jason, you get the cute little fridge emoji badges or the cute little fridge emojis, which is really cool. So enjoy the emojis. All right, question number 12. Here we go. If oil prices stay elevated and growth slows, what scenario is most likely? If oil prices stay elevated and growth slows, what scenario is most likely? Big topic of question. And Jerome Powell also talked about this as well, which is why you got to listen to it. And the correct answer here is stagflation. Stagflation is one of those things where you get high inflation and you get slowing down of GDP, which is a big problem. Now, Jerome Powell was asked about stagflation on Wednesday, and he said, no, this is a one-time thing. And with the energy prices being higher, obviously, and I get the idea, we just don't know how long this is going to go on for. And the longer it drags out, the longer this goes on for, the less I feel like it becomes a one-time thing, which is, kind of a big bummer for that one. But if you look at the summary of economic projections, Ryan, fun fact, if you look at this,
okay.
They actually revised GDP higher for the long run. Fun fact, which is good.
Oh, yeah, it is good.
So here was the big thing, right? If you go into that document, and I know I say it over and over again, that's why you got to read these documents. You go into that document, it's actually very, very interesting because on paper, the document looked good for our economy. They raised GDP expectations for the long term. They kept unemployment about the same for the long term. They pushed CPI and the inflation data a tiny bit higher for this year because of the Middle East conflict. Then they brought it back down for the longer term. They had rate cuts looking at it. They're showing rate cuts to have about 2 rate cuts in the next couple of years or so. Like, it looked great on paper. And then Jerome Powell says his stuff, and then it just crashed the market. It was great. So,
It's not Jerome's fault.
It's not. He's just the face of it, obviously, But,
yeah.
But that's the thing that's always funny that people will say. It's like, Royalty, what's up, dude? Welcome on in here.
Hey, Royalty.
Take care, guys. In a flight, I'll see you. Oh my God, Train Love, you're so bougie, dude. All right.
All right, Tran.
Dude's mid-flight.
Safe flights, safe travels.
Safe travels for sure. It's always interesting because when we talk about like Jerome Powell and Trump's like Powell needs to cut rates and blah 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 blah. It's like, do you realize he has one vote in the whole thing? Like, do you understand that there's one vote and there's like 12 members? Like, do we know how the math works here? Are we aware of it's not just one person? Stagflation is up to 27% on call sheet, while soft landing is down 20 to 33%. Interesting.
We'll see.
But you know why that is? Though? Again, if you look at the CME Fed Watch Group, you look at the rate predictions for the next couple months, rate hikes, and what up?
Said the Fed Watch tool. Go ahead, though.
The Fed Watch tool. Yeah, sorry, I get the wording wrong for it. You're right. The Fed Watch tool, rate hike. It was like June. Rate hike and rate cut, same percent in June. Right now, I don't like that.
Hey, it's early.
It's early, and I remember we talked about this before on our podcast. I was saying the first rate cut wouldn't happen until June when Jerome Powell steps down from Fed chair. But that's out of the window because who knows how long he's going to be there for. Like I thought it was going to
Yes,
be like out by like May or June, but um, I don't know.
could still happen.
Could still happen, of course. There's a lot of things that can come out here. The big thing is though, right, is that the minute this Middle East conflict ends, like think about what this market's going to do. Right, this market's going to go crazy when the Middle East conflict ends. You're going to see oil come down. You're going to see stocks have a
Yep.
rebound probably. Like you're going to be seeing that pushback, and you're going to probably see rate cuts like have a huge boost for that reason.
You're. I think you're right. If it gets done soon, if it doesn't, we might have some problems supply wise with oil, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I was watching this guy on. I was watching this video the other day. I think maybe it was today actually, and he was like, now with this thing going on, like oil won't be as cheap as it used to be in terms of like they have now built in like a risk premium into oil prices now that'll probably be there for a long time because of what's happening here. We dealt with this in June of last year. Remember, we dealt with this like around the summertime last year. Now it's happening again, right?
Right.
So it's like I think now we got to build in like a risk premium of oil now. So when oil comes back down for a price, it probably won't come back down to levels that it was at even this year. It probably will come down a little bit, but maybe not as much because now you got to factor in a big premium for the risk that comes with it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way they're going down to the 60s, especially not right away.
No, and I wouldn't be shocked if it's go to 60s for a long, long time because again, there's a big risk factor now with it because of what's going on. But this is now the second time in 2 years, or the second time basically almost in like a little over a year where this has happened, right? So, or less than a year.
Gotcha.
So, um, I think that's kind of like why people talk about like oil's going to stay higher for longer. So that could be a big factor
Gotcha.
as well. So take a look at the leaderboard here. We've got still some questions left to go here. So here we go with the next question. Question number 13. And if you do want to know more about the Kingdom Discord, you can see Royalty Trades. He's the one, the man, the myth, the legend down in the chat there. You want to ask him any questions about the Kingdom I want to say the podcast. We don't do the podcast. The Kingdom Discord, feel free to ask him some questions in the chat. If he's around, he can answer some questions. If not, myself or Ryan will be able to answer some questions as well. So shout out to Royalty for obviously
True.
doing his thing. We appreciate him for all he has set up for us in the long term so far.
Yes.
All right, next question. Here we go. Question 13. What is a dead cat bounce? Then the cat dies. It's adorable.
Yeah, I haven't seen I don't think I've seen people train dogs to this. I haven't seen people train cats to this. That's funny.
Try to give you guys a little bit of joy, little cute animals while you're answering some
There you go.
stressful financial trivia questions.
Yes.
And the correct answer is it is basically a temporary recovery. And so people are talking about now is like, are we going to get a dead cat bounce, from this big pullback we've gotten in the markets recently, being down 4% on the year so far? Are we going to have a short-term recovery in the markets? Did you see also, and Royalty, we appreciate you still being here. We always appreciate you. Much love to you. Did you see how the market had a rally after hours on Friday yesterday, Ryan?
Yes, a little bit at the end after hours, right?
Yeah, because Trump said something on True Social about it wasn't like pulling out troops, but I think it was more of like lightening it or something. I don't know what the words he used
He,
was.
he's saying one thing and doing other thing. Who knows? He said something like we're gonna try to negotiate or something. I don't know, something like that.
I guess I can pull it up here for us here. Yeah, taco, dude, the taco thing is crazy, man. Vishnu, the taco thing is so wild, and it's absolutely insane. Where is? Let me see if I can find it anywhere. It was either Tron or Bob Dog who talked about it, I thought, on After Hours, and he screenshotted it. I'll find it later. I don't really care. Basically, yeah, it's the taco thing again, him saying this kind of stuff. And there was a thing I saw also about him where, like, ever since he took office, his net worth has, like, gone through the roof. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, dude, his net worth, hang on, I'm looking up for it. His net worth is absolutely crazy. Um, Increase. It's, like, insane about what's going on. Overreaction towards the end of the day, 100% winding down the Iranian efforts, yeah. Donald Trump. Okay, so this is what it says here. Donald Trump's net worth has increased significantly since his return in 2025. With estimates it has roughly doubled to over $7 billion. He's doubled his net worth in the 1 year he's been in office.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, talk about like super sus, right?
Yes.
Like, just like good old what's her name, Nancy Pelosi, and her insider trading that she does that nobody wants to say
That's
anything
true.
about. Dude, Nancy Pelosi and her insider trading is so annoying. I'm like, okay, cool, Nancy. Yep, it's all right.
Yes.
A lot of them do it though, to be honest.
Oh, it's not just her.
It's not just her, but like
Yeah.
she just has made a crap ton of money from it. So I think that's why they always look at her instead. For that reason.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, so where we at now? So go on to all right. So hang on, leaderboard here. Here we go. Leaderboard we got is Big Gangsta Nancy Pelosi. You got it, dude. Absolutely, Nancy Pelosi is a big baller. Remember how like someone broke into her house in Cali that one time and like tried to like abduct her husband or something like that? Remember that?
No, I do not remember that.
Dude, what news do you watch? Like, are you kidding me? That they broke into her house and they tried to like beat up her husband or some crap like that. I think.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't watch the news to answer that question for you.
No.
So, yeah.
Man. Here's the leaderboard we're looking at. Still anybody's game here. We still have some good questions left to go here. Moving on to the next question, which is question 14. Here we go. What is the name of this candlestick pattern? Back to you, Ryan, to answer this question afterwards.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm not going to really answer it very well, but yeah. But I know what the answer is. I can't tell you why it's the answer.
I don't think I know the answer.
Well, I guess I can kind of tell you.
Well, if Royalty has some insights, he could definitely give some maybe because he does some charts.
Yes,
I know.
he can. The answer is Hanging Man. We can show the media. And I believe it's because that candle there looks like something hanging, and then it's a down move after that. But that's what I got from a sheet, and what's here.
Dude, there's sometimes where myself and Ryan, for anyone who's listening to this, there's sometimes when Ryan and I will make some explanations that are just like, so yeah, that's the answer.
With the candlestick. With the candlestick, it is. So Akira didn't them say an evening star. I think evening star is slightly different. I looked it up on this sheet that I have, and then I googled Hanging Man, and this came up. So I don't know what more reinforcement we need, but they could be very similar. Let me look here.
So as you're looking it up, it reminds me of like those when I teach in like school, right? And I'll be like, define this. And like, oh, when you do the thing, it's like, oh yeah, good, great definition there. I appreciate that.
Yeah. For Akira, the difference between Evening Star and Hanging Man is that the Evening Star is basically in the middle. The body of the candle's in the middle, and Hanging Man it's more at the top. The body's more at the top of the high for the candle.
And Cabbage also says evening is supposed to be green at the top and not red.
Well, the one I had red, but doesn't mean it's 100% correct.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, it's when you it's a hanging candle and it looks like a man. Sounds great.
Yes. And hammer is the bullish reversal. Hey, you guys know I don't do technical analysis, so hey, you guys know you know, and
yeah, when you hanging man something, I got it. That's my definition right there for you.
Yeah.
Royalty says weak buyers sets up bag holders. Okay, I get that. Ryan's like, yep, sounds good, dude. I want to move on from this question now, please.
Exactly. Whatever Royalty says, that's
and of course, you learned about this and much, much more on the Kingdom Discord. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of stuff there. I don't know if I could pull up. Can I pull it up on here? Let me see. Hang on. Oh no, it's a window. That's probably why I can't pull it up on here. Yeah. Well, you guys gotta believe me. It's got a lot of stuff in there. Trust me. Anyways, I got it wrong. Vishnu is on track to beat Ann's record. Only one wrong so far. I've been chasing him since question 3. Been chasing him since question 3. Vishnu's a goat. You know what's crazy? That was also his first time. This is his first time I think ever playing with us too. So
That's true. Yes.
we appreciate that. Obviously, as always, Vishnu. Thank you for tuning in. Next question number 15. Also, Cabbage. Hey, man, it's all good, dude. You know, we appreciate you for playing. Obviously, we always do. I think you've played before. I remember. So, right, Ryan? You've had Cabbage before.
Cabbage? Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Rotten Cabbage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I don't want to make the assumption that like Rotten Cabbage is cabbage. You know, because maybe it's not. I don't know, dude. Just like I didn't want to. Just like I didn't want to assume that Jason Voorhees a serial killer who's actually the serial killer or whatever. But
Yes, exactly.
don't want to can't make assumptions like that.
No, that would be rude.
Right. All right. Question number 15. Here we go. Get your computers or phones ready. 15 is NASDAQ recently partnered with which crypto exchange to develop a global tokenized equities platform?
Did you know about this one?
I did not.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about it from a couple of sources. So, yeah, this one's actually kind of a big deal.
Did you know about the summary of economic projections, Ryan? We can ask these questions back and forth if you want.
No, I'm going to say no to a lot of yours, but I just was saying, I just didn't know if you knew about this one or not.
No, I didn't. You always find a way to find these really interesting things that are coming out here that I just have no idea they're about. But go ahead. I would love to hear. I would love to learn about this. Go ahead.
Yeah, so NASDAQ partnered with Kraken, and it's basically like you own actual stock that settles on the blockchain. So a lot of tokenized stuff already, you don't really own the stock. Like I think Coinbase has tokenized. I think everyone on here has tokenized stock already, but you don't really own the stock. And then what they've done now is they're trying to set this up with Kraken, where it's like you actually get voting rights, you get compliance and all of that. So you like actually own the shares on the blockchain, which is an interesting move.
Oh wow, that's big for crypto in general, right?
That's
that
true.
is Yeah. But we have like Robinhood has the venture fund. That's through I think tokenization, I believe, because it's private.
Okay.
It's private.
Okay.
Well, I believe it is because it's private capital, right? You can get into like private companies like Databricks, Stripe, Aura, right, and all that kind of stuff. And they're privately held companies, so how else you get access to it by getting it through like shares of this venture fund? Maybe I don't know if it actually is tokenized or not. I have to look into it more, but that was one of the things they talked about was like if you want to get like shares of private companies that are not public, here's how you can do it through tokenization for things. So that's big. I mean, I know like Circle Internet Group is the big thing with tokenizing things, right? And I know that the administration is big on crypto. They had they passed the Genius Act or whatever it was for crypto, I think.
Yeah. Did they pass it or is it still a thing? They did something. I don't know if that was the Genius Act or if that was something different.
Maybe. I don't really know, dude. I can't keep up with all this stuff. It's like every day.
They made them like they determined what different classes for the crypto tokens, right? Like this is a collectible, this is a commodity, this is blah 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 blah. I don't know if that's the Genius Act or not though.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, it's still interesting regardless of the fact of that one. Oh wow, and that moved up. Harmonic Eagle was the only one who got that one right. Who would have thought?
Yes. Well, it was if you didn't know, I could see why you wouldn't. It's a pretty random question.
Yeah, definitely is. Moving on to question number 16. I don't know how many we got. What, 5 left? Right, Ryan? Math?
5 left, sir.
All right, I'm tired. Let's get it going here. Question number 16. Here we go. Which of these is considered a fixed income investment? I could fix that. Cute little Pengu. Everybody loves Pengu. Fixed income investment. Do we know? Feel free to guess if you're not sure. Keywords, though, are fixed income. In case you didn't know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Yeah.
And the correct answer here is actually bonds. Fixed income, again, making sure that, again, growth stocks are not fixed income. You're not guaranteed to make money from that one. You can obviously have a loss to it. Same thing with options and crypto. Bonds, you get especially if you're doing treasury bonds to the government, they pay you back the money plus interest as income. So it's a nice little passive income you get through the bond market. And if the government cannot pay back your bond, we are in Armageddon, which we do not want.
No.
And if you sit there and say, well, Fridge, how can the government guarantee to pay you back? Well, don't forget the government can just print more money and just use that money to pay you back. So, they have the ability to do that. So if your bonds don't get paid out, you are having a problem there. So bonds are considered a fixed income because you get that yield that you get for your bonds. So it's like 3%, 5%, whatever it may be. So you get that bond payout basically all the time. So it's very, very nice. Bonds are not questionable. Yes, true. Junk bonds are obviously not
corporate
good.
bonds.
Yeah. Junk bonds. Yeah, what is it? Junk bond on blue chip stocks like Oracle. So the corporate bonds use that. No, dude, we always appreciate it. It's not. I mean, we always appreciate that. I'm just gonna make sure I understand. I read read what you wrote here. U.S. debt making U.S. government bonds look yikes. Interesting. I'm not really as familiar, honestly, with the bond market. People say though, if you really have a good understanding of the bond market, like where the stocks market and the economy is going to head. I've heard that if you do know that bond market very well, it's it's a very, very big leg up for you in investing. So. It is something that I'm not an expert in. I know the basics of the bond market and stuff like that, and like how investing in bonds works, and like how yields work and stuff like that. But junk bonds, I never touch those, no matter what, because those are obviously high risk, high reward plays that I would definitely not want to get into. Corporate bonds, sure, depending on which ones you're going into, definitely. But usually, if I was going to bonds, I would do treasury bonds. That'd be the best. The government ones would be like the best ones for me. That's all I would do. Ryan, any thoughts?
Yeah. No, I mean you're right, and then also those are exempt under federal or state taxes, so that's always nice too. The interest is.
Good to know. Ryan is not a certified tax person, but he knows taxes a little bit.
Yes, I have an accounting background, but I'm not a tax professional by any means.
And I just have a math background. But I teach statistics at the AP level at my high school. So
yeah, there you go.
I'm the next Warren Buffett, basically. Not really. I just wanted to see what your reaction was going to be when I said that.
I was reading something. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, I thought you just like froze. You was like, dude, what the heck are you talking about?
No, sorry, I was my bad.
No, you're good, dude. All right, moving on to question number 17. We've got 4 questions left to go here. And again, believe it or not, it is still anybody's game here. So don't think we're out of it just yet here. We can still have anybody win first place, and you can get one of these amazing prizes up top here, except for the walk-in freezer memberships because we gave those away already. So besides those ones over there, you can get half off the Kingdom Discord for life. You get 1 month free to Discord if you want to see what it looks like instead of paying for it. You have Quant Data 1 month or Imperial Options 1 month free as well. Shout out to ABJ as well at Bottom Jeans. Make sure you take a look at him on YouTube. He does amazing stuff on YouTube, and he has his Discord. What's his Discord name again? I'm trying to remember what it is, Ryan.
Quant Data.
Quant Data. Yep, that makes a lot of sense because that's in the giveaway.
The 1 month. The 1 month is for the program they sell.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes.
See, this is why me and Ryan do it together, because there's some things that I don't know and that Ryan just knows, and that's why I bring him on, because Ryan knows a lot of stuff. And he looks like he looks like Jim from The Office. So
there we go. Yeah.
I can never go one episode doing this without saying that, I feel like.
Yeah. No, I understand.
All right, moving on to question number 17. Here we go. What is max pain in options trading? This is my favorite GIF, by the way, Ryan. This one I put in myself. Living in Spain without the S.
Oh. Oof.
Spain without the S. Max pain. What is max pain in options trading? You might see a lot of people talk about this as well in like forums and stuff. Usually they talk about this. I believe I've seen people do it.
Yes.
And the correct answer here is the price where most options expire worthless, which again makes sense because they expire worthless. Then I'm getting pain, Ryan gets pain, we all get pain. It's the maximum pain that you will actually get in this case. So it's where the options expire worthless. Max profit wouldn't make sense because how is that painful to make money? It's like, oh no, ow, I made money. Oh crap. Break even is actually not even painful. You just broke even and make money and lose money. So it's where most options expire worthless. One of the greatest video games. Yes, I do remember that as being a video game. Max, I do remember that. That was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
Max Payne.
Great
That's what I
game.
always think of when I hear Max Payne.
Do you
I
have
always think
anything
of
to
video
add to this
games.
one, Ryan, or no? I just want to make sure.
No, I do not have anything to add. Sorry.
Always got to check in with my amazing co-host, make sure that he has anything else to add to it. All right. We got 3 questions left to go. 3 questions left to go here. We're going to keep it going here so we don't hold you guys for too much longer because you've already been with us for almost 2 hours, and we appreciate you deeply for doing so. Also, I need some dinner at some point. I'm hungry.
There you go. Yeah, get some din, man.
It's almost 8 o'clock over here Eastern time, so I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah, 3
So
questions.
3 questions. We're going to go in here, and then we'll figure out who wins, and then we'll figure out what you want, and then we'll figure out a way to make it happen for you. So moving on to question number 18 is, what is the Martingale system? And this is Ryan's
Yeah.
question. Thank God.
It's a betting system.
That does what?
Yeah, Captain Condor used this with his downfall.
And if you want to know who Captain Condor is, we also talked about him on a previous financial trivia video.
That's true, we did.
Did you know also I was making a video and one of the articles I was reading talked about unicorn IPOs, and I was like, oh, we talked about unicorn IPOs in financial trivia.
You did, you're right, from you.
Yeah, all right, take it away, my friend.
So the classic Martingale system that's betting is when you lose, so if you lose $25, then you bet 50 on the next. And if you lose 50, you bet 100. And you keep doubling, because theoretically, eventually your win's going to make up for the losses. The issue is that most of the time you run out of money before this happens. But a lot of times, I think they say to do this like on a 50-50 bet, like a coin toss, or obviously red and black on a roulette table. And yeah, so it's not reducing winning trades by half. I saw on Investopedia that they said it's doubling down on losing trades and reducing winners by half, but it's really, in terms of the gambling and what like Captain Condor did, is just double down on losing. But yeah, not reducing losing by half, that would be reverse Martingale. And then doubling down on break even, you don't do that either.
So what you're telling me is that I'm going to start by doing a $1 trade and then double it to 2 and then double it to 4 and then double it to, and then in the next 20 trades I'm broke.
there you go. Yeah. So, but
right?
If you go slow, maybe like that, you might be okay.
Yeah, and Cabbage makes a very good point. The challenge of stocks that the stock keep going down, 100%. And that kind of reminds me of, again, whenever we ask this kind of question here, I mean, Ryan has heard the story before, but there was a famous martingale strategy at the casino many, many years ago where it rolled black, I think, 26 times in a row, and people lost millions because they kept bet on red over and over again, and they doubled down, bet on red, doubled down, but it has to be red at some point. And the casino pulled in so much money because it happened it was like 26 times in a row or something like that. Which again is literally mathematically almost impossible, but it was possible. So same thing with you saying that stocks could just keep going down no matter what. I've been sitting on Novo Nordisk for a little while now, and it just keeps going down. It just it's just the market does what the market's going to do. You can get the you get the shorting, you get the hedge funds doing whatever, you get the manipulation. Like it's just you just keep doing it, and you never get it back.
It's true. I would say the only exception would be like buying the S&P or something. That's probably most likely not gonna go to zero. But individual companies certainly can.
100%. Imagine doubling MSTR every week. Oh, yeah. I can't believe MSTR was at $400 and something at one point. It's now like 120 or 130, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I mean you got to remember that it did a 10 for 1, so it is 1,100. But yes.
Yeah, but even still, I think it was even post split. After that post split, it was like 400 at one point. I thought. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
they hit. No, you're right. They post split and then hit like 500. You're correct.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then it's back down to $100. But then like
Yes,
Adobe.
that's
Adobe
correct.
was like Adobe was 600. It's at 250 right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. All right. 2 questions left here to go. And Rotten Cabbage has already suffered defeat, it looks like, because he says congrats to Vishnu already. And he said, mathematically, I lost.
Thank you for everyone for still participating. Even though Vishnu's taking it away.
Yes. So, question number 19. Taking advantage of a price difference between 2 different markets is called how crazy. And I'm not going to say anything just yet, Ryan, because it's interesting that this question was after the last question we just talked about. Just to say.
That's kind of true. Yeah, it's kind of funny timing.
Yeah. I saw something after. I actually don't know about the Discord. Vishnu, we can give you all the info about the Discord that you want. We can give it to you.
If you want that prize option. Yeah, we
If
can give
you
you
want
that. But there's tons of prize options as you saw. So we'll talk.
Yes, we will make that happen, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And so the correct answer here is arbitrage, believe it or not. So arbitrage is more common in gambling, hence why Pengu's got gambling tokens over here. Those little chips, they're poker chips. Basically, arbitrage betting, which casinos and sports books hate a lot because if you bet on the over on one platform and the under on the other platform, kind of makes it as different odds. You can actually set yourself in a position to be guaranteed to make money on either side, which is an arbitrage bet. Casinos and sports books hate it because it's guaranteed money that you make and they lose money. So they try to crack down on that a lot. You also could do this in the market, believe it or not. It is a thing that I have seen with I think it's like the box option strategy, Ryan. Does that sound familiar to you at all? I don't know if it does or not, but
box spread.
I think so.
You're saying that's a risk-free trade?
I believe so. There was something about
it.
It
Is.
right?
Yeah. So the box spread is basically you set up a trade where you can't lose. Only risk is early assignment, but if you do like an SPX, there's no risk because it's indexed. But it's basically let's say you set a width of the spread to $20 and you pay $18 to get into it. Then at the end of the trade, you're going to get the $2 difference, and it's equal to the interest rate. The risk-free rate is what you're just getting paid interest.
Interesting. So,
yeah.
It's basically arbitraging, but in the stock market because you're guaranteed risk-free, right? Basically, is kind of what you're looking at for that reason, right?
Yes.
And so I just say it's interesting because the last question was martingale, which is casino stuff, and this one right after it randomly is also like a casino thing that is done a lot with like sports books and stuff. So very interesting.
Yes. Yes.
The cryptos had such a massive arbitrage opportunity. Interesting. I did not think. I guess it makes sense. It makes sense because of the price you can get filled out for the coins, right?
Yeah, that was the only. That's when I first heard about arbitrage. Is that people used to use it to between different exchanges make money.
Right. Yeah, very interesting stuff. So, and with that, we are sadly at the last question of the evening here. So we appreciate you for all tuning in to this one as we wrap up the questions here. And we'll do a nice little recap and we'll kind of go from there. So last question of the evening for Financial Trivia Week 22. What is the expected move in earnings trading based on? And it's my question to wrap up here, but I'm sure Ryan can definitely give some good insight on this one because I know he's done some trading around earnings sometimes, right, Ryan?
Yes.
So, which is great. It's not just me sitting here trying to finagle an answer.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, wrapping it up here as the timer runs out, and if you just guess, who cares? The answers are there. We're all done here. So the expected move of earnings is based on options pricing, right? So if you wanted to, I think the most common one, Ryan, is you could set up like a what do you call it? A strangle or a straddle at the money, and it kind of tells you what the move may be for like that
Correct. Yeah, the
earnings.
long straddle at the money tells you the dollar expected move up or down of whatever credit or debit that is to pay to open that trade.
Yeah, so those expected moves are really pricing in the earnings move from the options pricing there. So that's where it's really coming from because, there's a lot of volatility expansion, stuff like that. You get big moves. So it's from the options chain. Could maybe give you some good ideas to where the expected move may be based on for that one. And Ryan just put something in the chat. That is a scary thing to hear. Oh, boy.
I hope it's a flex. That's stupid, man.
Well, we'll have to take a look at. I'll be curious to see what crypto does first off of that because that's one that's open right now. So we'll see what that one is. And taking a look at the leaderboard. Here we go. Week 22 in the books. Financial trivia. In third place, Energetic Finch. We appreciate you for playing, my friend. Nice job. Second place, we have Noble Goat. And in first place, 14,890 points, we have Majestic Elk, also known as Vishnu Sharma. Thank you so much, guys, for playing. As we know, we had a big turnout. It was absolutely amazing. So we appreciate you guys all for playing. Again, so we'll be in touch. As you see, Ryan's going to be in touch with you about it. Thank you for hosting this. Hope you guys catch it on Monday. Discord. Have a great weekend. Cabbage, thank you guys so much. Just before you guys do sign off here, we are kind of pushing this back to once a month just because it's just my schedule has been absolutely crazy. I have a lot of stuff going on right now for myself. So we'll probably won't be back for a couple of weeks, unfortunately. So that's something to keep in mind about. So that way, when you know we're going live, make sure that you do tune in because you will not be able to have the opportunities as much as before. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in. And again, if you didn't win anything this week, it's totally cool. Check out my Fringe Financials YouTube channel, of course. It is there. It's great. Also, check out Ryan's Substack as well, if you didn't already know that he had a Substack. Ryan, do you want to write your Substack in the chat? I don't know if you do or not for people that are still listening.
Yes, I will do it just a second here.
Okay. Myself and Ryan, again, if you're listening to this right here, so there is his Substack. You'll see it right there at the bottom there. Myself and him have been doing this journey to help bring a lot of free education to people who want to learn. So my YouTube does it. His Substack does it. The Kingdom Discord as well is a beautiful resource of opportunity for people. So take a look at it. If you did not win, Ryan, do you still have the WAP week free one as well?
Yes, I also have that.
So if you want to put that in the chat as well, you can. If you want a free week to the Kingdom Discord, courtesy of Ryan LP's WAP, take a look at that. He's typing in the chat there for you now. So you get a free week if you want to see what it's like to tune in with us. There's live streams every day in that Discord. There's fundamental analysis. There's technical analysis. There's trade ideas. There's breaking news. There's macro events. I'm in there. Ryan's in there. Royalties in there. We have New Fish Big Pond. It's a big group of people who bring a lot of knowledge there for you. So take a look at it. If you want a free week, go to wap.com/RyanLP. You'll find that there for you. If you want, to check out Ryan's Substack, it is free, of course. Notifications on, of course, for Fringe Financials and for anything that you want to be a part of, obviously, because we are trying to really make a dent in financial education and to put you guys in a good spot for financial freedom here. Royalty's been a big supporter of myself and Ryan over the years. He's helped us grow, and we appreciate him, and now we're trying to make sure we bring it back to the whole Kingdom community. So it's a big membership. I think there's, 800 people in there, Ryan?
Yeah, I think that's about the number right now. I'll tell you for sure.
I think it's like 820. I want to say like 821. I think is what I saw earlier. I don't know how long
it's
that was.
819 at the moment, but yes.
So 819 people are part of that membership there. So take a look at it. It is there for you guys. Again, free week from Ryan's WAP. Vishnu, obviously, you're talking to Ryan. We'll figure out what your prize is going to be. Make sure you have notifications on when we do the next live stream. It's not going to be for a little while here, so make sure you have it on so you do not miss out on anything. Ryan, do you have anything you would like to say to the amazing people here who tuned in tonight before we get out of here?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and playing. That was a fun time. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you would like to hear myself and Ryan again tomorrow evening, you got to be a membership of Fringe Financials. It's $6 a month. It's not a lot of money. So we saw that, some people got a giveaway for the free one for the month. You get to listen to me and Ryan talk for an hour to maybe 2 hours, trade ideas, macro events, looking at futures markets, you name it. It's here on Fringe Financials. But for this one, you got to be a membership. So take a look at the membership offers that we have on the Fridge Financials channel. It is all there for you. There's a lot of things here. So if you do have any questions before we get out of here, make sure you leave them in the chat so that way we can answer them before we log off for the evening. Make sure you drop those questions there so that way we can help you guys out with figuring out anything here. And again, Royalty is the big part of what we're doing today. Could not be doing a lot of this stuff without him, so we appreciate Royalty for tuning in this evening here on a Saturday evening. So we appreciate that. So again, take a look at the memberships on Fridge Financials for YouTube. There's a lot of good stuff there. You get badges, emojis. You get podcasts every week with myself and Ryan. You get like members only posts. I'm trying to do some stock price targets and stuff like that as well in there. There's just so many things offered. I can't keep track of it all. So feel free to take a look at it. If you don't like it after a month, then obviously you don't have to do it again. But it's $6. Just don't buy a coffee. Just don't buy one coffee for the month, and there you go. You're good to go. All right.
There you go.
Just don't buy a coffee. Make one at home for $2. Save yourself some money.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good to go. We'll see
Awesome.
everyone next time.
All right, guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We appreciate you all deeply for doing so, and we hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Take care.